Celebration generation across the nation. This is the Flint Edge Station. How's it going, everybody? I got The Last of Us here, and there's been a live update from what I've been looking at and reading and seeing other people on other channels them saying and stuff. And I've been pretty busy, so just taking a bit of time out to try and make a quick video is actually a bit of a strain. But I want to get my videos out and stuff. But here we go. So they changed the Frontier rifle up a little bit. They made it cheaper, and they also made it a little bit more accurate. Now I've heard some people say that it was accurate enough already. It kind of wasn't. It was actually a little bit harder to get a headshot from a distance. Now it's a lot easier to get a headshot from a distance. And I'll show you the accuracy in a few minutes. Lucky Break, apparently it's instead of 5, it's 4, from what some people have said. Don't really notice that. Jack of all trades, level 2, they have Brawler 2 in there instead of Brawler 1. It's like, okay, that's fine. All a Brawler 2 does is when you build a weapon, you can use it like twice instead. Like, it just adds an extra hit to your weapon, right? And 10 points for all that stuff. There should be a couple other things, maybe two, that are maybe level 2. I don't know. I never really used Jack of all trades because there's a lot of points just for a lot of level 1 stuff, but it's still good. It's still good. I've used Jack of all trade level 1 because you get Brawler. Covert I'm not really worried about because it's just level 1, so all you get is a shiv. And then the other stuff is all cool. I don't usually like Crafter level 1 because I feel it's a selfish perk, because it lulls people in this sense that they can like craft their weapons really quick in the middle of a fight. And I've seen kids like throw their bags out, like, oh, I'm gonna make a bomb. They drop their bag right out in the open where anybody can shoot them, and then they get shot. Oh, well, I had Crafter on. I thought I could do it. Well, you're an idiot. It's just that's the reason. Like, so it's not selfish in terms of if you're hiding behind cover and you're doing stuff like that, but it is selfish for some people. So I tend to try and tell people to stay away from Crafter level 1, go for 2 or 3 if you're going to take a Crafter, because then it gives you stuff to give away, and it comes less of a selfish kind of thing, because this is team-based combat. I mean, it's about working with your teammates. And second chance, they've changed up. So instead of 3, it's 2, which is awesome. Because, I mean, like, just the 1 point is great. This gives you quite a bit, but this gives you more. Right? And there's lots of people who, you get started in this game. This is the thing, when you build your loadout, you get the 12, the 13 loadout points, you start building your loadouts. You want, like, 1 or 2, second chance 1 or 2 on there. Just because it backs you with that learning curve. And this game doesn't have that big of a learning curve. If you've played third-person shooters before, then yeah. I mean, I like third-person more than I like first-person shooters. That's why you don't see me playing a whole lot of Destiny, because I thought there was going to be this big PvE element, and a lot of Destiny is just a lot of PvP over and over again. I don't like those games where you just run from one point, shoot, okay, run to another point, shoot. I like the idea of some strategy, which is what third person tends to give me. So, yeah. And they've changed up some other stuff, like the launcher's now 3 loadout points. And it's a bit cheaper. The Spectre's a bit cheaper to buy, and it gives you an extra shot. The flamethrower, the ammo's been changed around on it. Not that I care about that. In order to make this thing good, they just need to make it the flame spread shoot out a little wider, so that you can hit, like, say, 2 guys at a time with it. But I don't think they'll do that, because then it might be overpowered. But you still have to get up close to use it and everything. The military sniper rifle, they've downed how many parts it takes to buy that stuff, which makes it a little bit better, because I hated this thing. It was too damn expensive. I just thought it was absolutely idiotic for anybody to use it, to spend that amount of parts, to spend 3 loadout parts, and to spend that amount of parts just on the ammo. I thought it was ludicrous, but now it's a little cheaper and stuff. So now it's for those people who are like, I got to be a sniper. It gives them a little bit more of that. The assault rifle the ammo's a bit cheaper now. And where are you? Right there, it's in red. The shotgun's been up to 4 loadout points, and the ammo has been increased. So a lot of people are going to be like, "Wah, my shotgun, wah, wah." But frankly, too many people were just using this thing as a noob tube. They just get out and use some other weapons, man. You know, like, and I remember watching some other YouTuber who's kind of a small YouTuber. He's not one of the big guys. Was talking about how Naughty Dog are a bunch of morons for doing this, and no, they aren't. This is great, I think, because I never used this shotgun really. I did that whole thing with the doctor where I used this gun, and I didn't really like it because I always had to hit the guy at least twice at point blank range to take him down. So to me, it's like, well, if I have to, if the gun's just not working right for me, I still have to shoot him twice at point blank range. Why aren't I just using this? It's cheaper. And two, like other people, it would work, but it would work way too well, and they could shoot me from halfway across the map, one shot, full body armor, and take me down. And I hated that. So it was just, this gun was really buggy, and there was tricks around shooting it. Like you'd pull out one gun, then switch quickly back to this gun, and it would triple the range of the shotgun. And I don't know if they fixed that, but that's why they would like shoot me from halfway across the map with body armor on, take me down with one shot. Is because they were using this exploit. I'm not going to tell you how to use the exploit because somebody told me how it works, but I'm not going to say how because it's a baloney move. I don't like exploits. I guess they patched a few of the holes in the different areas so that you can't get behind the map, which is nice because that's just dumb. Just you get behind the map, now you can see everybody. It's like the map turns invisible and you can shoot through walls and kill anybody you want. That's just stupid. But they switched up a bunch of stuff to try and make the game a bit more playable. Interrogations, they made it so people aren't going to farm it as much. So it'll be more fast instead of this long, drag-out match. They made it so that the faster you finish it, you get tons of parts. Which I never really played interrogation. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Plus, it's just for filming on YouTube. I don't find it was as entertaining. Like, I watch other people do interrogations, and I'm just... I'm going to go find me a supply raid, and I turn their video off and go find somebody playing supply raid because I just didn't find it as entertaining as supply raid was. Because you got like these 24 guys each team. You got this numbers game that you're playing and everything like that. So I just kind of found that a bit more exciting. But yeah, there's some changes. They didn't change the tactical shotgun at all. Like when people say the shotgun was changed, I was thinking this thing, and no, it was the pump, the noob tube that was dealt with, which I think is great because then it's gonna maybe some people will be using some other weapons instead, and it'll make the game more fun. Because there's nothing as terrible as just having some dude and he's got like 20 bullets with this thing and he's just running around bang bang. And you can't get anywhere near them, but you're on like a map that's like medium to close range combat. So keeping them out of range is a little bit of a task. You need to team up with one of your teammates who doesn't have a mic and doesn't want to talk to you and doesn't want to help you or listen to you. He wants to rush in head first and get shotgun blasted in the face and have his head ripped off. So yeah, everything else like the machete's still 400 parts. Everything else still seems pretty much the same. El Diablo still seems the same. Double Barrel still seems the same. This one guy I was watching was saying that it was dumb because of the shotgun because everyone's gonna start rushing now. Oh, this was to hold back the rushers. What? I'm like, what? You still got the double barrel. I deal with rushers all the time with this thing. You know, heck, El Diablo, I've dealt with rushers with this thing. I've dealt with rushers with, you know, the 9mm, the revolver, the enforcer, the burst, the shorty, the frontier rifle, the tactical shotgun, the semi-auto, the full, you know, anything you can shoot a bullet out of, you can deal with a rusher. So this whole loadout that I got done up here is just for test purposes. So I'm gonna show off the frontier rifle, and the way it looks a little bit nicer, the fact that it's a little easier to use with the aiming and stuff. That's all I'm going to show off. So I'm going to set up some targets and I'm going to shoot them. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. I haven't upgraded the gun or anything like that, and like the frontier rifle is something I've been using a lot. I usually pop a silencer on it, but with this loadout I just did up was just basically to run around. I got Lone Wolf on just so I can kind of move a little faster, just by walking. So when you look at that little aim reticle, it is a little tighter, but you gotta realize it's not a scoped weapon. Like the VR rifle's still more accurate because you can go in that scope and pinpoint shoot. See? It's right on the bomb. I got it that time. Right on the bomb. See that? I have sharpshooter too. Sharpshooter does nothing for your accuracy. It just stops the scope from wobbling around a bit. But you can always go down and see how close you got. Now you also got to realize that these bombs are smaller than someone's head. They actually are. It's easier to hit somebody at a distance in the head than it is to hit one of these little bombs. Like, look at my head compared to that bomb. That bomb's a bit smaller. So it looks like like I missed big time, but you got to realize the angle I'm shooting at. So like with this shot, it just skimmed over the top, and these two are a little bit higher upon shooting those two shots there. But yeah, the accuracy is up a lot more than what it used to be. That circle used to be very big when you were looking at a bomb at a distance. And what I'm doing here is, like, whenever I start a day and before I come in and I play the game, I always just come in and I shoot some bombs and some targets, just to kind of practice my aim with whatever guns I plan on using. Because it just kind of gets you kind of in the mindset of targeting. You can also kind of, one of the cool things is you come in here, and so I got this thing, I only got 3 shots. But you can also kind of, I think, about there. Oh, no, a little higher. So we'll try there. Yeah, there we go, got it. So you kind of have to practice with it with this grenade launcher too, because it does have a learning curve, because you got to kind of shoot it at an angle. Like I bought a bomb way down there. Although if I shoot, I'll have to. It will hit that thing. So yeah, there we go. There's a amount of ammo for that, but when I was standing there, if I shot it from where I was standing, I would have hit this from the angle I was shooting at. That's what I meant by that thing. Okay, I got some lock boxes. So I put another bomb. I put a few bombs down. So usually I put bombs. I'll put like one on top of here, one next to this dumpster, and one on top of the dumpster. Because if you put it next to the dumpster and it blows up, it doesn't blow up the one on top of the dumpster. But if you put like one on top of this desk and one here, either one you shoot will blow up the other one, so there's just no point in that. And then what I usually also do is I'll put one on the table in there, so you can kind of come down here like this and then kind of poke up and practice your, right? because you don't want to have to aim that much when you shoot your head out, so you can kind of practice and then take a shot. That was pretty good, actually, first shot. But yeah, that's just kind of how you kind of target and aim and stuff. So it does seem pretty, like, it seems a little bit more accurate. And of course, when you upgrade it, this is level 2. See, 300. I haven't upgraded it yet. I used the parts to buy this thing. When you upgrade it, obviously it gets it gets a bit more accurate, and it reloads. Honestly, even at level 0, it seems like it's reloading the same amount, but he levers it. It seems a little bit faster. It seems to be levering it a little faster too. We're running out of time, man.
Need some ammo!
Okay, one other thing I've noticed that I didn't notice before was just something in the map, and I've only noticed it in this map, and that's this thing here. I've never seen that thing there before. Is it just me, or did they just put this in? And why? Bottleneck the door or something? I don't know. It's weird, huh?
Nice work. They're finished.
Never noticed that thing there before. I'm just saying. Never ever noticed it. And I come into this map all the time to target shoot. So, like, why aren't I noticing this thing, eh? But yeah, that's about it with all the changes and everything like that. I hope that the game becomes a little more balanced. We'll see. I hope you're not gonna see as many guys running around. The grenade launcher, though, I don't know. People might just replace the shotgun with the grenade launcher, and then things just become like SOCOM 4 did. The reason I stopped playing SOCOM 4 way back in the day, like 2011, 12, was because when the game first came out, you had your guns, and you had to build up your guns to a point, so you had to keep using it. And then eventually what would happen is you got on the front of your gun a 203 grenade launcher. And whenever everybody would just build up one gun, get that 203 grenade launcher, and then they would never shoot bullets. They would just shoot the 203. With the 203, you didn't even need to be standing. You could be standing like here, and the grenade went off here, and you still died. So you didn't even need to get the grenade anywhere near the guy to kill him. You'd be running along, and all of a sudden it just said you were dead because a grenade went off on a wall down the street, and somehow a piece of shrapnel caught you in the head or something, and your guy just dropped dead in the game. And that was the reason I stopped playing that game, because it turned into this awesome game that you had these gunfights and stuff, into this grenade launcher game that nobody sniped, nobody used a shotgun, nobody used we used a submachine gun or any kind of other weapon. They just used grenade launchers. That was it. I remember we're like running into a room in one of the missions in SOCOM 4, and two guys come in, and I had the NFP-90 submachine gun, and I gunned down the one guy, and I'm dancing around, and I'm shooting with the other guy, and I gunned down the other guy, and some kid sticks his head in the room, sees that one guy I'm gunfighting with, fires a grenade into the middle of the room. But of course, I just killed the guy. I just killed, and all of a sudden this grenade comes in the middle of the room, boom, blows me up. And then everybody on the team is like, "Good work, kid, you got them." And he's like, "Yeah, I saved that Flint Edge guy." And I'm going, "The only person you killed was me." "Yeah, but I saved you." "You killed me." He's like, "Oh, you'll respawn." He was like all happy about the fact he team killed me. Of course, team killing's not a big thing in this game. There's friendly fire on, so you can't really troll people. I've never been hit with a Molotov and burned, or hit with a grenade and even killed. You can't even seem to really do that. They only seem to affect the people who lie them down. But that's that. That was the patch stuff that I found. I don't know if there was anything else. It doesn't seem like anything else has really been changed. Like I said, out of all the maps, I've wandered around the maps looking around at stuff to see if there was any other stuff changed in the map. And it was just that weird thing in the door I noticed. I've never seen this before. Like I said, I've played this map all the time, and is it the fact that I never saw it? I don't know. The bullets seem to be going through it. But I don't know, you know? I mean, it'd be a good spot just to kind of...
Bombs armed. Heads up.
Like that. Bomb went right in there. That's cheap. If you did that just right, the bomb would be right in the middle of this thing. And nobody would be able to see it. And you'd just blow the bugger up. Cheap. I've never seen this thing before. I don't remember it being there. Like I said, I come into this map and target shoot all the time. Weird. Oh well, let's end it with that.
Need some ammo.
Let's end it with that. I'll see you next time. May the force be with you.